Exclamatory adjective. What a genius! Usually, we do not use what as an adjective. Usually, what is used in a question form, like, what is your name? But when we are using it as an exclamatory adjective, that means we have to use it as a definition or a description about something we are talking about. And also we need to have a different type of stress on the word what. For example, we are talking about a genius and we want to define or describe or talk about the genius. So, how are we going to say it? In another form, as such as giving a statement about somebody who is a genius, or appreciating about the person who is a genius. Instead of doing that, we can use the exclamatory adjective to say the qualities of that genius by using the exclamatory adjective. What a genius! So, the intonation is very important in this case, because if it is just said, what a genius, this is not going to give its full meaning. In order to bring out the meaning, we have to stress on the word which is the exclamatory adjective in this case, and we will say, what a genius! What an idea! What a blessing! So there is a different type of an intonation which we are using in the form of exclamatory adjective, which is totally different from the question form when we are using the word what. It becomes a little confusing for the students to understand that the same word is giving different meanings and different sounds and different type of intonation in the English language. But once the purpose of this intonation, word stress is understood, then it becomes quite easy for the students to understand. Because we are actually using the exclamatory adjective to add to the description of the reference of the subject that we are going to use. And in this case, when we say, what an idea, so that means we are talking about the idea, that is the subject, but instead of making a longer statement and defining the idea, because it is too outstanding an idea, instead of using many words to describe and add to the idea and say something about that idea, this is a shorter form to use the exclamatory adjective what and use it with an exclamation and put some stress on the word what and have a different type of intonation in order to define and add more to the description of the noun that is being described. The idea is the noun here and it is being described to be an outstanding one. But when we say what an idea, that means it is too outstanding, it is a wonderful idea, and we want to add this appreciation, and that we are adding by using the exclamatory adjective. Again, what a blessing! We are talking about some blessing. Instead of adding more words to it by saying that this blessing is extraordinary, it is something totally different, it is something we cannot imagine, it is something we cannot expect. Instead of saying all these things, we can just use an exclamatory adjective in the form of what and then add intonation to it and say, what a blessing. Similarly, what a piece of work is man. So, we are appreciating God's creation and we are putting the word what as an exclamatory adjective there to appreciate what a piece of work is man. What a piece of art. Again, this is the shortest way to describe and add more to the description of the art that we think is just out of this world. It's outstanding, it's wonderful, it's extraordinary. Instead of putting in all these words, we just say, what a piece of art. So we have intonation and stress to bring out the meaning of the exclamatory adjective what.